Searchers. I'm Indigo Kelly, and this is Soul Searching with IndigoKelly.com. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be bringing you the weekly forecast for the week of September the 28th through October the 4th. I'm super excited about the fall season. I am ready for some cooler temperatures. I don't know about you guys, but it has been hot in Texas. So very much looking forward to some cooler temperatures that haven't happened yet, but hopefully soon. Haven't seen you guys in a while. I have been kind of out of pocket for a little bit. For those of you that don't know, when I am not here on YouTube bringing you tarot videos and other spiritual related videos, I'm a teacher, and so I've recently gone back to school. And with all of the new things that have been coming our way as far as teaching goes, you know, lots of new technological and digital aspects to our job, things have been a little wild, but I am very happy to be back with you guys today and super excited to be bringing you this weekly forecast. Today I'm going to use the Moonology deck as the top card that you use to decide which deck that you feel the most drawn to. I'm actually using the Moonology deck because I still have a giveaway going on right now. I have about 340 subscribers right now, and when I reach my 400th subscriber, I will be sending a brand new Moonology deck to someone special. So if you are interested in winning that Moonology deck, go ahead and subscribe, comment down below, and like this video. All right? Awesome. So let's go ahead and get started with our weekly forecast for this coming up week. We have pile number 1 with this very beautiful orange full moon eclipse that says conclusions are within reach. Pile number 2 has the balsamic moon, a time for healing. And pile number 3 has the waxing crescent moon and says have faith in your dreams. So go ahead and take a minute and meditate and focus on these 3 piles of cards. Ask your spirit guides to guide you to the pile that is going to resonate most with you for this coming up week. All right, so let's go ahead and jump right into pile number 1. So starting out, this first card is going to represent your week as a whole. And so for your week as a whole, I am seeing that you're going to be having some kind of endeavors that involve leadership, okay? This might be something to do with you being an entrepreneur or some kind of creativity, but you are really going to have this drive to move forward this week, okay? You're going to be very charismatic and very bold. I see that you're going to have, you know, just a very commanding presence. And like I said, strong leadership skills. I think you're really going to, for those of you in group number 1, you're really going to be attracting attention wherever you go. You are really going to take action. You're going to get results this week, okay? You're going to be very innovative and creative, and you're going to be open to, you know, new concepts. And I think that you might even be coming up with some of these new concepts. For a lot of you, I feel like this has to do with either your work or possibly something, you know, maybe you are, you know, opening your own business or, you know, working on something that's to do with how you make your living, okay? The second card is something that will arise unexpected for you this week. I am seeing for group number 1, something that might kind of come out of nowhere for those of you in group number 1 this week is you might start feeling a little bit overwhelmed by your problems and personal issues, okay? You might feel a little restricted. You might feel like you are really just having to live by other people's rules. Your hands are tied behind your back, all right? You're kind of feeling trapped. You're feeling like, you know, there's no way out. You have to follow these other people's rules. You can't follow your own rules and your own heart and your own guide, okay? I do feel like for some of you, though, that feeling is just a construct of your own mind. That is something that you are creating yourself. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but there are a lot of things that I create in my own mind that stress me out a lot. Sometimes we create these deadlines and these rules, these minimum standards for ourselves that aren't really reality. Okay, so maybe this week you are going to be having some kind of like, negative thoughts, or, some kind of mentality that is really just, you feel trapped and like you have to follow these rules. But sit back and think, are these actual rules or guidelines, or are these things, that you kind of set out for yourself? Are they real? For some of you, I'm seeing that, you need to really focus on being a little bit more open-minded and just not having these limited thoughts and these limited beliefs and this limited mindset. Really open up your mind to different possibilities of ways that things are going to work themselves out. So when you do come with these, when you feel overwhelmed with these problems and personal issues, don't let yourself believe that there's, only a certain way that these problems can be fixed, okay? Always be open-minded. And also, for some of you in group number 2, you really need to start having, more of an empowering mindset. Instead of feeling like, a victim, or like you're trapped, or, you really need to start thinking more empowering thoughts and really start to trust your own intuition and just believe that even though sometimes, the way things are resolved are not necessarily the way that we had imagined in our mind, that doesn't necessarily mean that it wasn't a good way, it wasn't a good thing. Sometimes good things happen and we were totally not expecting things to unravel the way that they do. So really just have an open mind this week when it comes to, solving your problems. How you can stay grounded and balanced this week. I am seeing that for those of you in group number 1, you should, in order to ground yourself this week, really seek support from whatever your religious or spiritual beliefs are. Maybe you need to spend time in meditation. Maybe you need to connect with your guides. Whatever it is that you do that is your connection with a higher power, your connection with spirit, your connection with your guides, your ancestors. I would really spend some time this week focusing on that, re-grounding yourself, and really just grounding in general, spending some time out in nature, really making sure that you get your bare feet on the bare earth and really connect with Mother Earth and ground yourself physically. An important emotion for group number 1 that you might be feeling this week. So like before, I was saying some of these limited thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. I believe that an emotion that you might be feeling this week is those ideas and beliefs are going to be challenged. So like I was saying earlier, with really keeping an open mindset, I think that there is going to be some sudden changes in your way of thinking, okay? In your personal, like I said before, the guidelines and rules and goals that you set out for yourself. I feel like there's going to be some like groundbreaking happening for you as far as those, those rules go. I think you're going to discover that it's okay if you don't meet a deadline that you set for yourself. I know there are times for me that I say I have to have this done by this date or I'm just a complete failure. Okay? That is not true. That is not something, we create these things for ourselves in our mind. So I think that for you, that whole concept is going to be turned upside down for you this week, okay? I think you are going to really just start seeing that you're going to have some kind of a revelation, an awakening, okay? You're really going to understand that there's always divine intervention, and things that you held so true to in the past, might be totally changing for you in this week. For those of you in group number 1, something that will inspire you this week for group number 1. I'm seeing that possibly, you've had a time recently where you've had some painful endings, maybe some deep emotional wounds, some kind of loss or crisis. But I am seeing that something that's really going to inspire you this week is just having, that sun rising on the other side, okay? I think that you are very hopeful And I think that you can see that the sun is going to come out on the other side. And I think you need to continue to focus on that as you go through the week, and just to be inspired by hope and having an expectation of better things to come in the future. How your spirit guides will speak to you this week, group number 1. All right, so I'm seeing for group number 1 that your spirit guides could possibly be speaking to you this week through some kind of a loving father-like relationship to you, okay? Someone that is really kind of in a leadership role, someone that you find, it may be your father. For some of you, it might just be someone that is an older masculine energy that really is to you kind of like a wise guide, all right? They are really a solid foundation, and they are going to be giving you some guidance this week. And I think that your spirit guides, this could be one of your spirit guides. This could also be one of your ancestors, okay? But this is someone that has given you guidance in the past. It might be someone here on this physical earth that could be giving you some kind of advice and guidance and really speaking to you this week. So really watch out for that masculine, older, masculine energy that's going to be giving you some guidance and wisdom, possibly a father figure, okay? And then how to support yourself this week. So I'm seeing for those of you in group number 1, a good way to really just support yourself this week is to be creative. Get into some kind of creativity that is going to be an outlet for you, okay? So any kind of creative opportunity, for some of you, it could be writing. For some of you, it could be painting. It could be playing a musical instrument. There are many things that you can use as an outlet for your creativity. And I'm thinking this week, that's going to be a good way for you to unwind. For some of you, I'm seeing, some of you in group number 1, I'm saying that a good way for you to support yourself this week would be to spend some time near the water, okay? I'm saying that you're going to be able to recharge near the water. Now, whether this is a natural body of water, it could be a swimming pool, it could just be a hot bath. I know that is my way to recharge every single day, is to get in a hot Epsom salt bath and recharge. And that's something that I feel like the people in group number 1 need to be doing on a regular basis. So creativity this week, and spending some time near some water and letting that just really cleanse you and recharge you. All right, then I have a few more cards for those of you in group number 1. I have the duality card from the New Orleans Oracle. And for this group, the duality card is telling us that, there are two sides to every person. Life is very fluid and ever-changing. And so earlier, again, coming back to this about some kind of big change, some kind of change in your mindset, I feel like this duality is saying life is ever-changing. Be open to change, okay? I feel like this card was picked because, possibly people in this group could be experiencing some kind of inner conflict with whatever it is that is going to be changing. If it's your beliefs about something, I feel like it's your beliefs about something, okay? Maybe, your beliefs are going to be changing about something. Maybe something's going to, I feel like for group number 1, something's going to arise that, you have never thought of yet. Maybe you've never explored these ideas yet that you're going to be having. I think that also for some of you in group number 1, this duality card is saying, maybe you are one way on the outside and another way on the inside. In front of certain people, you have to put on a certain persona on the outside. And I think that this card is really saying that you do not have to put on this charade anymore, okay? I think you're going to be finally allowed to reflect what is on your interior, on your exterior, and I think there's going to be, acceptance of that, and you're going to really see that the people around you are really going to accept you for who you are. when you make the decision to, have your exterior matching your interior. Then I pulled a card from the Vision Quest Tarot, and we have the Father of Fire. So the Father of Fire, I am really seeing that this really goes along with the duality card that you chose, or that was pulled for this group. This card is really saying, be true to your heart. Really let your heart and your spirit dictate your actions, okay? Don't be afraid to be completely yourself. I think that even though you feel like you might not be accepted, whatever this is, I think that whatever it is really going to be able to inspire others. So don't be afraid to follow your inner vision and really stay true to yourself. And then the last card for group number 1 is the Koala Spirit. And the Koala Spirit says that Spirit has a plan. And that really just goes along with the entirety of your reading, getting out of the mindset that, you even have to have a plan. Who says you have to have a plan? Maybe you just follow your inner guide and your intuition, and just live life without setting all of these super dramatic rules and guidelines and deadlines when you don't really have to have those things in your life. Okay, really releasing that and trusting that Spirit has a plan for you. No matter what plans you make, Spirit has a plan, and that's the way it's gonna go. Okay, and so just making a plan of your own is just really not necessary. Okay, you can just go with the flow and listen to Spirit and use your intuition. That is all that I have for group number 1. Please comment down below if that resonated for you. As always, thank you so much for joining me. Love and light, and happy soul searching. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Group number 2 with the Balsamic Moon, A Time for Healing as your card. So let's jump right in. And for group number 2, your first card is going to be about your week as a whole. So basically, I feel like the people in group number 2, you're going to be doing some major personal growth this week. I see that you're going to be possibly embarking on some kind of new adventure, some kind of new endeavor. This could be to do with work. This could be to do with travel. Really research carefully before making any decisions about whatever this, either travel opportunity or work opportunity might be. I feel like the world is really in your hands, and this week you're going to be in this planning process, really contemplating these opportunities. And this week is going to be all about planning that out and making decisions about this discovery. And I think you have a really good chance of being successful and happy with whatever this decision is. This week is really going to be about a planning phase. I don't feel like you're quite ready to venture out. You're still kind of in that, beginning phases of planning your next move and exactly what's going to happen. But you are really going to be planning your future this week. You're going to have some really creative, successful ideas, and you're really going to commit your energy to those projects this week. Something unexpected that might arise for those of you in group number 2. I feel like that for those of you in group number 2, you may have some difficult decisions to be making this week. You are going to be weighing your options, okay? You have two, it's kind of like a fork in the road. You have two decisions that you have to decide which direction you're going to go. Make sure that when you are making these decisions that you have all of the relevant information that you need before you make that final decision, okay? So group number 2, how you can stay grounded this week. I'm really seeing that you're gonna have, this divine kind of intervention in your mental state this week. I'm seeing like breakthroughs, these ideas, this mental clarity, anything that might, your intellect is going to be really just divinely blessed this week. So as you go through this week, really just focus on, spending time with Spirit and being open to receiving and listening to any kind of messages or any kind of guidance that might be given, through the divine. I think that is going to help you really stay grounded and focused this week, and you're going to have some kind of major success from whatever, this message, this guidance that the divine is going to be giving you. Okay? Important emotions that you might be feeling this week for group number 2. I think that this week, the people in group number 2 might be feeling some feelings of not being able to juggle everything in life. Maybe you are feeling like you just really don't have enough time to get everything that you need to get done in a day, okay? You are trying to prioritize, all the things, but it is very difficult to do for you because you have so many things going on. But I do really feel that you are capable of handling unlimited things if you really manage your time and your energy and your resources. I see that you are just like, juggling the ups and downs of life, and you're really trying to focus your attention on getting everything done and being your best and your priorities. And I think that even though you might be feeling a little bit overwhelmed this week, you are fully capable if you just take a little bit of time to kind of adapt your schedule to whatever it is that you need it to be able to get all of the things done that you need to get done, okay? You're fully capable. Do not let yourself get too overwhelmed this week with all of the things that you have to do. Something that is going to inspire group number 2 this week, I feel like this week is going to be just a really joyful week for the people in group number 2. I see a lot of positivity and fun and warmth and, vitality, innocence and purity. And I think this week that's really going to be your inspiration. I think you're going to be truly optimistic this week. Your energy is going to be very magnetic. You're going to be running on self-esteem and confidence. And that's what really is going to inspire you this week. Your optimism and happiness. I think that maybe for some of you in group number 2, you had some things that you felt like were not going to work out, maybe some doubtful, ventures. But I think you were starting to see, that could potentially work out now. You're really optimistic with these things this week. And so I think that is going to be the inspiration for all of you in group number 2 this week. How your spirit guides will connect with you this week, group number 2. I feel like for those of you in group number 2, how your spirit guides are going to be connecting with you this week is really through you taking charge and using your own power of manifestation. I think that is something we can really focus on. I think that is the message that your spirit guides are giving you this week, is to really focus on manifestation, okay? You have tremendous power. We all have this tremendous power of focus and concentration. And when you put all of your focus and all of your intention and all of your concentration on manifesting whatever it is that you are wanting to manifest, that is going to happen for you. So really take charge and take action and realize your own personal power. And I think that your spirit guides are telling you this week that you should spend some time, manifesting whatever it is that you have on your mind. And the last tarot card for this group is how to best support yourself this week. So for those of you in group number 2, I think that the best way to support yourself this week is to release old baggage, okay? I'm seeing that you're going to be leaving something behind, possibly something, that caused you some pain, some baggage, something from the past that has bothered you for a long time. I think that you are really leaving behind some rough waters and moving on to calmer waters, and you're really going to be able to deal with whatever this was that was disturbing your energy. And there might be some kind of a transition or some kind of a change, but I really see that on the other side of this transition or change, that like I said, the waters are going to be a lot calmer. You're going to be leaving behind some kind of baggage, and the other side, whatever's on the other side for you of leaving behind this baggage, is really going to be more peaceful. And then I pulled a few more cards for group number 2. So I pulled from the New Orleans Oracle the New Beginnings card, and this card depicts the Lafayette Cemetery in New Orleans. And normally when you see a picture of a cemetery, it represents endings, but in this case it represents new beginnings. Okay, like I said with your last tarot card about leaving some things behind, and any kind of recent difficulties or endings, there is a bright new beginning that is more attuned to your highest good. The divine and the universe has already started, piecing together a better experience for you moving forward. And if you're ready to accept it and you're ready to leave that baggage behind, if you're ready to, release that baggage and leave that baggage behind, that's something that's been holding you back. And when you release that, you're going to be able to explore a lot of new positive possibilities, that really have been created by letting go and releasing that. And then I pulled a card for you from the Vision Quest Tarot, and I pulled the Star card. And the Star card is really about, just really divine energy. We talked about the leaving stuff behind, and once you're able to leave stuff behind and move on and accept whatever it is that the divine has planned for you, you're going to have this renewed, self. You're going to be renewed. Your cup is going to overflow. You are really going to have this fresh supply of energy, and you're going to be able to really inspire others with that and to give freely of that. So whatever it is that you have that is affluent, be thankful for that. Be very grateful for whatever it is that you are receiving spiritually. And also, don't be afraid to however you can be a gift to others, however you can inspire and help others. Make sure that the divine is helping you and inspiring you, and make sure that you are grateful for that, and make sure that you also share that with others. That is a way to be grateful and to help. And then the last card is the Lion Spirit, and it says, be generous of spirit. So that is exactly what the Star card was talking about too. Just whatever gifts that you have spiritually, or maybe even materialistically, if you are blessed materialistically, if you are blessed spiritually, whatever it is that you can share with other people, be generous. And that is just another way to show your gratitude. So that is all that I have for group number 2. Please comment down below what resonated for you. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Love and light, and happy soul searching. All right, we're going to go ahead and jump right into pile number 3 with the waxing crescent moon. Have faith in your dreams. Group number 3, your week as a whole. It looks like it's going to be a really good week for group number 3. I'm seeing that people in group number 3, for some of you, you're going to be entering this period of great happiness, okay? And these positive events. For some of you, it's going to seem like all of the pieces are just really finally starting to fall into place. Your goals are starting to be achieved, okay? For some of you, I'm seeing in group number 3, you might be coming into some kind of unexpected sum of money. Also, I see for some of you, you could be possibly traveling, maybe planning traveling this week, or a vacation. Maybe even some of you might be changing either where you live or your residence, okay? Maybe your job could be changing, but I just really see with whatever this is, there's going to be a true sense of fulfillment and inner peace this week. I also see for some of you in group number 3 that you're going to really take heart from helping the less fortunate this week. So for some of you that might have that in mind, that is really a way for you to be grateful and show your gratitude to Spirit, is by taking your abundance and sharing it with people that are less fortunate, okay? And always remember, when you are being generous and giving of your gifts, that that is going to be returned to you tenfold. So give and be generous joyfully. Something unexpected that may arise for those of you in group number 3 this week. For some of you in group number 3, I'm seeing that you are going to possibly, again, I'm seeing that you might be getting some kind of inheritance, some kind of gift or large sum of money, okay? Make sure that if you do receive some large sum of money, that you do not allow this to cause any kind of arguments or, selfishness. Like I was saying, some of you are going to find solace in giving to the less fortunate. So I think that is something good to think about with this card, is you might find yourself unexpectedly, being a little greedy, trying to save everything for yourself. But really make sure that you remember that anything that is gifted to you, that you need to be grateful and you need to be generous. And that will always be returned to you, like I said before. Don't be fixated too much on the accumulation of wealth, okay? Just remember that everything has an ebb and flow. And, at one time, I'm sure that we can all say that we've had times where we weren't so fortunate. And, you would always want, in that situation, someone to be generous and kind to you. So when you have the opportunity to do that, make sure that you're generous and kind with others that you can bless in that way. Card number 3 for this group: how can you stay grounded and balanced this week? So I really think that you guys are going to be inspired with some new, potential opportunities and some new ideas this week. I think you are going to be spending some time on a new project. I think that you are really an intelligent person, and that, your intelligence is going to be at a high point this week. And so really, tap into that creativity. I also think that, for some of you, it could be being creative. That is going to be a good way to stay grounded. I'm also seeing that for some of you, this might be a good time, to spend with a loved one, maybe, your husband or wife or significant other. I am feeling like, fertility is going to be, high this week. Also, I think that some of you might just be spending time with your family, and that is going to be a really good way for you to stay grounded this coming week. Important emotions that you in group number 3 may feel this week. So for those of you in group number 3, an important emotion that you might be feeling this week is really just having a lot of foresight. I think that you are on the cusp of some kind of, progress or expansion. And I think that you are going to be kind of looking out at this plan, at this planned progress that you're going to make, and you're going to be able to see all that lies ahead, okay? You're going to be able to see the pitfalls, you're going to be able to see the good, you're going to be able to see things that, could potentially happen that might be bad. So really make sure this week that you are focusing on having that foresight and overseeing those opportunities that are going to be coming up for you, okay? I really feel like those of you in group number 3 you can see, all that lies ahead. You can see all the challenges and all the opportunities. So use that foresight this week in planning whatever progress or expansion that you could potentially have coming up in the future. Something that will inspire you this week. I am seeing that for those of you in group number 3, the beauty of nature is something that could really be inspiring you this week. Again, I am seeing fertility for some of you in group number 3. Also, something that might inspire you is creativity, and that was mentioned before as well. Once again, I am seeing, a warning of don't let money separate you from your roots and your sense of self, okay? I feel like a lot of you in group number 3 have been spending too much time indoors. So I'm seeing that you should get out more. This fertility keeps popping up, okay? Some of you might be spending again with your husband, wife, with your significant other, okay? And maybe we are going to be making some babies this week, potentially. I'm also seeing that, again, something that's going to inspire some of you is, a family relationship, possibly a mother, a feminine energy, I think might be inspiring you this week. So really your connection with Mother Earth and getting out in nature are the things that are really going to inspire you going into this next week for group number 3. So for those of you in group number 3, how your spirit guides may speak to you this week, I am seeing that someone in your life is going to be a guide for you this week, okay? I see that this could possibly be a feminine energy, maybe, an older woman that has been through a lot of conflict and sorrow, but just very extremely intelligent and independent, very analytical and logical, very no-nonsense, common sense kind of woman with really natural leadership abilities. And this person is going to just be really honest and direct with you. So, maybe this is someone in your life that is going to be giving you some kind of guidance. This could also be one of your spirit guides, or one of your ancestors that is going to be coming through to you this week to help, offer you some guidance for the week ahead. How to support yourself this week, group number 3. Group number 3, I think that a great way to support yourself is really just to make sure you're emotionally balanced this week, okay? Mastering your emotions and having the control to, balance your feelings and remain calm and remain balanced, and don't ever let your emotions get the best of you, okay? For some of you in group number 3, this could possibly be, a male or masculine energy that is going to be emotionally supportive to you this week, all right? This person could possibly be giving you some very wise advice to support you this week. You really respect this person, and this person is really diplomatic and loving and trustworthy. For some of you, however, this might mean, you need to support yourself this week by not letting those emotions get the best of you, by being very balanced and being in control, being calm, and just having that power and control over your own emotions this week is really going to help you get through this next week, okay? Then I pulled the Power card. Then I pulled a few cards. I pulled a card from the New Orleans Oracle deck, and I pulled the Power card, the Marie Laveau Power card. So just remember that you are so much more than the mundane tasks that sometimes seem to rule our daily life. And if you really, there might be, some kind of new opportunities coming on the horizon for those of you in group number 3 that are really going to help you, express yourself and feel more fulfilled in your everyday life. And then I pulled another card from the Vision Quest Tarot, and it is the 9 of Air. And with the 9 of Air, there is an owl. It depicts an owl, and underneath this owl, it looks like there are some of his feathers that have been plucked out, and he's kind of like hoarding over those feathers. And so I think that this really warns you about, holding on to any kind of hurt or pain or, baggage or bad things that might have happened. Why are you still, kind of continuing to torture yourself like that? Don't hold on to bad memories and pain and things like that that are not going to bring you happiness. Okay, the only thing that you are doing by remembering those things is that, you know, it hurt, and those old wounds are going to stay with you. So don't continue to do that this week. If you have the opportunity to release that baggage, don't hoard over those pains and those memories when you don't have to, when you can release them and let them go. And then the last card that I have for group number 3 is the animal spirit card, the white raven spirit. Trust in the magic. So with this card, closing your reading, I would say that, you know, throughout this week, just really remember that trust the divine, trust that you don't always know what's going to happen. The divine has a plan, and you just need to be able to trust that as you move forward in this week. That is all that I have for group number 3. Please comment down below what resonated for you. As always, thank you for watching. Love and light, and happy soul searching.